Hey guys, welcome back to Sam's Garden Project, where I am gardening and growing lots of stuff on a suburban plot in the suburbs of Melbourne, Australia. So this video today has been highly requested. I'm going to show you how the covers for my raised beds were made. I didn't make them myself, I didn't design them, I didn't make them. They were already built on the raised garden beds when we bought the house, so the original owners did all this. It's their doing, but they are amazing. And as you've seen in my videos, it comes with covers. There's a shade cover, there's like a hothouse kind of cover, and there's also like a mesh, a white mesh cover, so that can protect things from bugs but not offer any like sun protection. The green ones that I've got on the beds at the moment are for shade, I suppose, but I keep them on for bug protection from the winter brassicas and like the cabbage moth butterflies and all the rest of it. But yeah, just a PSA, I didn't make these, but I'll show you how they were done and share this video to all your friends and family that were asking about how they were made. So let's get into it. So I'm going to show you this bed here. All the beds are the same, so they are raised beds. I'm not sure the brand, they do look like Birdie's raised beds, but I'm not sure the dimensions or the heights or whatever. This was already put in. I'll show you this bed here. Don't mind a little metal fence panel. That's to keep the birds off my silver beet seedlings. So we'll start with the frame. So these frames are just PVC piping. I'll show you the diameter of it. So probably about 5 centimeters. Is that 50 mil? I'm not too sure. I didn't do a trade. So about 5 centimeters wide. They are flexible enough to be able to bend, obviously. So you need quite a bit of piping for each raised bed, and you need some screws too. Where the frame connects into is a slightly larger bit of pipe that it can just slide into, and then that is connected to the raised beds. So when it's empty or when you're filling it up, they just go on the side, the wall of the raised bed, and then screwed into position with 2 screws. That way it can't move. So you do one on the end, one in the middle, and one on the other end. And that will hold the bases in its spot. So this is the general shape. You need 3 longer ones that bend. These bend over. It's probably easier to put the bracket in first, and then you can bend the piping and then attach the rest of it. They're just screwed in on each side, mind the spider webs. Spiders love living in them. It's a nice little hidey hole. One long one on the top, screwed in again, and then one in the middle, also screwed in. So on each end of the garden beds there's like a little, I don't know what it's called, like a little, let's use it in sailing, like the rope kind of fits through it. I don't know what it's called, but that's screwed into both ends. And that's about probably 30 centimeters down, or you can put it any height that you want. You probably put it a bit closer to the edge of the bed if you wanted to. And again on this end here. And that's just so that these shade cloth covers can easily latch on to the little knob there. These shade cloth covers are literally just shade cloth material. It's just a bit like a sheet of shade cloth. I don't know the dimensions, I didn't make them again, but they're just put together kind of in a long oval shape, so they fit nicely. The ends are just tied together with duct tape, as well as the elastic, the kind of like bungee cord material. I'll show you the one on this bed here. So to take them off, it just unhooks. don't know if it's a live or dead spider. But see here, a little bit of bungee cord attached to a metal hook. It's all wrapped around the end of the shade cloth, and then it's just duct tape tied. Oh, the spidey is alive. And then it's probably stitched a bit as well, and then it's just protected with duct tape quite firmly. So you've seen me put them on in other videos. I just make sure that it covers the ends, and you just pull it down and latches on. These clips also came with this system. They're just the size of the PVC piping, and they just clip on to hold the covers in place. So I'll show you the other two types of covers that were made to go with them. It's this kind of lighter mesh material, which is good. I probably could use that on the beds now in winter, but the green ones are just easier to use because they've got that whole clipping system, so they sit nicely. Where these ones, you need to clip them down with those side clips and some ropes and pegs, yeah, like tied up. It's not as convenient as the green covers. And there's also this clear one. So this is great as a hothouse cover if you want to extend the growing season too. It's got some holes and some elastics, and it just folds over and over the same, but then these ones can tie onto those little knobs at the end of the garden beds. So I hope this helps people. I had lots of questions about how they're made, what material the covers are, what materials the structures are. So yeah, I hope this kind of explains it a little bit. I didn't make them, so I can't give you any measurements or like how to DIY step-by-step processes, but that's just a bit of an overview walking through the garden beds. I hope that helps. You could probably adjust the measurements to your own garden beds and your own raised beds. They don't have to be the ones that I have. You can probably make this cover for any type of raised bed. And if you did a search on the internet, you could probably find a step-by-step tutorial on these similar type of structures. So thank you for sticking around and watching this video. It was very highly requested. I had a lot of comments about this topic, so I hope this helps. If you find this helpful, please like and consider subscribing. My channel is all about gardening in a suburban backyard in Melbourne, and we're heading into autumn and winter and the cooler season, so I've just been spending time cleaning up my garden, pruning the peach trees and cleaning up weeds and all the rest of it. So it's a good time to relax and get on top of those really big jobs. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!